I think it's clear to many of us that we are approaching a critical shift in the nature of reality. we've started the end game. We're ending a major block of time. It might go back 5,000 years or something like that, but there's something afoot. We're shifting. This is the end of an era. And as intuitively we can understand, that's dangerous. People feel fear when change of this magnitude is upon us because they like to control everything, and simply uncontrollable now, isn't it? So fear will overtake those people that are in charge and most of the rest. And decisions will be made out of fear, and this is increasing the danger. So, we are in trouble. So that has to be faced as a fact. But you don't need to dwell upon that and celebrate the fear and the danger. The trick now is to resist the temptation, which amounts to kind of porn violence in a sense. When we look at the misfortunes that are going on in some of these war-torn areas, there's an attitude that you have to bring to that, which includes a measure of compassion and also common sense. It is happening. That's the truth of the matter. And actually, it's obviously on the increase. What we need to do is to understand this one secret that I think has become a little bit clearer to me recently, that the safest path that we can walk into the future with, and the most joyful, these two paths are one and the same. And let me explain. In joy, we are in light. We're behaving spontaneously, enthusiastically, and we're sharing who we are with the truth of who another person is, another group. And we do that in a collective sense, and there's a lovely feeling of well-being and harmony. That's real on some imaginal level rather than physical level. That feeling is real, and it makes a difference because then it comes physical in what people do. So in other words, the power we have to see ourselves clear through this dark period that we're in, it started. The way to do that is to enjoy being with people who resonate with you on the heart level and resonate with you on the mind level. So you get that resonance of being made physical by physical presence, at least in time with Zoom groups, but maybe even space sometimes where you can meet the people physically. This would be what you can do, the optimal process that you can align yourself with to be the solution to the problem that the world is facing. And some will be part of the problem, and they'll be grim and negative. And those of us who can actually maintain a sense of good humor, we need to laugh at some of this and have compassion and have courage and be afraid of certain situations. We have to be real and feel our way through this. And to do that, once again, tuning into the humanity within the group of people who feel resonant with who we are. And that's what we must be doing now. You have to take every advantage you can of the technology that we have, these Zoom groups, for example, to tune in frequently and deeply to as many people as you can, to find an inner sense of belonging through the agency of interaction in relationship, close relationship, in breakout rooms, we share our feelings in our academy to get in close relationship with as many people as deeply as possible. And that's what we're doing with the group. The material we're studying, in a sense, is the entertainment. It's the number 7. It's a magical gateway to a world of mystery and myth and mysticism, and that actually is safe from negative thinking about violence and so on. So that's how it works. I mean, you're in a loving family, and so you can get into this mood, the zone of intimacy and caring and love together as a group within the family unit. And it would be healthier if it was extended beyond that, and the bigger we can make the groups within which we feel this sense of intimacy, the better. And we just enjoy that special feeling, and that's what this era is about for us. For us, it's the deepening into intimacy with a wide group of people, knowing that this is the strategy to carry us through. And the more joy we feel within that, the stronger is our protection. So how ironic, in a sense, Armageddon is upon us, and the strategy of the wise is to enjoy it, to do your best to help where you can. That's an enjoyable activity. Showing compassion, helping somebody, that's lovely. Enjoy sharing with other people, that's lovely feeling you get from that. So you've got to enjoy this period fully and spontaneously, and you've got to be who you are to the nth degree. So wherever you're in a situation that you think is a hassle and it's hard work and it's frightening and so on, and you're not looking at it right, you're in the wrong place, or there's something wrong. Because even if somebody in your family dies, you can enjoy a wonder that they will begin to radiate because they're in proximity. It's there. If you're looking for it, you'll see it. So you can enjoy that, and you can have the appropriate feelings of expression of the life force. It's authenticity that matters, not any preference for a particular state of being, as long as it's representative of how you really are, how you really feel right now, and you're not serving somebody else's narrative. You're deciding your story. That's the place where you're going to feel most relaxed, most happy, most joyful, and that's the place where you're going to be safest and be doing the most good for the most people. It's lovely, isn't it?